Sup, you fools! Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. We finally were able to watch the first dress rehearsal of semi-final 2. As you can hear, there is still some activity going on, but the 17 songs, or 18 songs actually, 17 were in the first semi, they performed and we were able to get a feel of the flow. So Team United, each one of us put together their personal top 10 in terms of predictions, not personal taste, and I am going to present to you the results right here, right now. Who do we think will perform again on Saturday in the grand final? Let's find out. The first country on our list, which technically is our number 1, is Czech Republic. And Czech Republic, all 5 members of our panel, myself, Sean, Gabe, Roy, and Connor, we all believe will go through. And as a matter of fact, 2 individuals, Gabe and Roy, think this will win this semi. So therefore it wins the tiebreaker, because we have a few countries, actually good amount, where we agree. But Czech Republic, as of right now, our winner, apparently. Personally, I put it in the top 3 as well. Everybody else put it in the first or second. I'm the lowest with 3rd place. So we all believe that Czech Republic will go big and will go far. Then in 2nd place, it is Sweden. Sweden, once again, all 5 of us said this will go through. And Sean and I are the 2 individuals who believe that they will actually win this semi. I stand by that. I know my team, some of them, I don't agree to the same extent as they were. We're not as excited about what they saw on stage and ranked it a little lower. I still think that this is the one to beat in the semi. And I just looking at the other songs, there are not many songs where I can see the juries and televoters equally going for a song as much as they will do with Sweden. Therefore, that's what I think will win, but certainly will qualify. So Czech Republic, Sweden, both will go through. Another country that we think will go through is Azerbaijan, in 3rd in our ranking, I guess, which also is a big surprise to me it was that high. Connor thinks it'll win. Connor thinks that this will be a winner in this semi. I certainly have it significantly lower than the rest of the team, in 7th place overall, I think, as of right now. I will say that this is going to do really well, and it's currently in 10th place with the betting odds. It's going to do much better. The juries will bring it up. At the same time, it's not going to go as high as some of my team members predict, because as beautiful and amazing as it is, I don't think the televoters will go for it as crazy. So, but we all think Azerbaijan is a sure qualifier. Also on our list, number 4, Poland. Ochman River. All of us think it's going to, without many problems, go through to the grand final. And not much to say. I think that this will go really big. And finally the year where the juries say, okay, Poland, I'm with you on that one. As a matter of fact, I could see the juries getting a higher placing than the actual televoters, but I think they're going to do well with both groups. So once again, all 5 of us said Poland. See you soon in the grand final. Who else is on our list? Number 5. Okay, this is getting boring, but it's maybe just a good consensus that our team feels good about our favorites, and that is Serbia. We definitely believe Serbia will go through. All 5 of us see, yeah, that is definitely a qualifier. No one has it as a border qualifier or anything, and I agree with that. I was a little nervous, and to be fair, I still am, that Serbia will get lost in translation. And don't get me started. Yes, I know there are lyrics on the screen, but it is certainly a little bit, you know, of a daring choice. Not sure how the juries will respond to it either. So that's my whole situation. How this will come across. And 3 is notoriously the worst position in the semis. But overall, I think the song is just interesting and strong enough to go through. So I have it as well. And the entire team agrees as well. Serbia, we should see you as well come Saturday. Number 6. Oh, yes. Australia. Once again, boring, boring, boring. All 5 of us believe Australia is a qualifier, and there's just no way that the juries will not reward this one with a hefty amount of points. And even though I think most of us agree, from what I'm hearing, that it'll probably score higher with the juries, there's still plenty of televote support as well. So in terms of qualification, Australia has nothing to worry about. See you back after 1 year of absence in the grand final, Australia. I hope we're right. I hope we are right. And number 7, our 7th country on the list, guess what? once again, all 5 of us say this will make it. Romania. And that is a very pleasant surprise to me because this was not on everyone's radar before the rehearsals. But this song came alive on stage. The rehearsals, everything looked so good. Loved it. And we all feel more confident. I'm a bit surprised that we all think it'll go through, but it just shows how much they impressed us. All right, there you had. I had to pause this for a moment because the music got really loud. Guess what? They're still rehearsing. So, who else is on the list after the 7 I just mentioned? Now, there are a few disagreements, but majority rules. The 8th country on our list that the team believes will make it to the grand final is San Marino. 3 of us said yes, 2 of us said no. I was one of the individuals, along with Connor, saying it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. As much as I would love to have this very visually striking performance in the grand final, I don't think the juries will go for it. And as much as it is more of a televote pleaser, I just don't see it going high enough to get it through to the finals. That is just a hunch of mine. I wasn't completely sure, but I had it out. In the end, it wasn't enough. 3 of us said, Sean, Gabe, and Roy, this will be a qualifier. Therefore, that's what we have. 8th place for San Marino. Therefore, grand final. Here we come. Number 9 on our list, also 3 individuals said it will go through, which comes as a little bit of a surprise to me because I didn't think more people would agree with it. It's Israel. Israel has been a little bit more, lots of opinions on there, whether it will go through or not. Ultimately, 3 of us said, yes, it will be enough. That includes Sean, Roy, and myself, with Gabe and Connor saying no. I can only speak for myself, of course, but I put it in as my borderline qualifier. I'm not as confident about it, but I do think vocally it'll not be completely destroyed by the juries. I could be wrong. And I do think just is so cheerful and happy. I could see just enough points for them to go through. And I just look at the competition and I felt as this can make it. And I believe in Israel. And overall, we're putting it in our 9th place. Therefore, a qualifier. And we'll find out soon enough if we were wrong or not. And then we had 4 countries that received 2 votes. So we had to apply the tiebreaker, and that means the winner of the 4-way tiebreaker is our 10th and final qualifier, our borderline qualifier, and that country is Cyprus. Cyprus, Ela, is through. It wasn't a sure thing here. It said only Gabe and Connor have it through, while Sean, Roy, and I did say no. And for me, it was between Israel and Cyprus. I had them back and forth. One of them will be in, one of them will be out. And ultimately, I made a final last-minute decision to put in Israel over Cyprus. I hope I'm wrong, because this song deserves to make it through. I just am worried, based on the staging, that is, the concept is so great, but there have been a few issues throughout the rehearsals that I'm not as confident, and then I'm trying to see who will vote for it, and I just don't see enough pull there. So that is my concern here. So that's why I put it out, but in the end, it is a qualifier according to ESC United. So, Czech Republic, Sweden, Azerbaijan, Poland, Serbia, Australia, Romania, San Marino, Israel, and Cyprus are our qualifiers. Let's talk about the countries that didn't make the cut, and there are a few thoughts that I have, actually. First one on our list, which is technically our 11th place there for a non-qualifier, Estonia. 2 yeses, 3 nos, and I will say, Sean, Gabe, and Roy, the 3 guys hanging out together, all of a sudden, having Estonia's non-qualifiers, I have 0 idea where that's coming from, and I'm fairly confident to say I'm like, got that one wrong, buddies. There's no way this is not going to qualify. I was shocked. I have that as such a safe qualifier. Even Connor, though, has it as a borderline. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I feel this is a safe one, and I was completely and utterly overruled by the team here. Estonia's out, but just know, y'all, if it were up to me, my predictions, it is through. But I'm representing Team United, not just my opinion. Number 12 is Ireland. Also 2 yeses, 3 nos. But Ireland got yeses from Sean and Connor, and then I myself basically myself, Gabe, and Roy said no. I think it's hard for me to really understand where the point's coming from. For Ireland, there seems to be niche support, but this needs to be a little bit more. We'll see if I'm right or not, but I just don't see universe this is happening. But if I'm wrong, I'll be more than happy, and happy for Ireland and Brooke, of course. This is just my own personal hunch. And number 13 is Georgia. Also 2 yeses and 3 nos. Gabe and Roy believe that Georgia will squeeze through, while Sean, Connor, and I say it is not enough. As much as I would love to have that song that is so diverse compared to the rest of the pack in the running, I just don't see enough votes for it to go through with the juries or the televoters. Georgia always sends unique sounds, and oftentimes it doesn't work out. And I do think this year around it'll be the same thing, but I want to hope they feel encouraged and keep sending unique entries, because we need it. I feel Georgia is so important to the contest. I just personally don't see it happening. Once again, if it were to happen, I'd be over the moon. Then number 14, also not qualifying according to our predictions, Finland, the Rasmus, which was until pre-rehearsal a clear and sure qualifier. Now our team overall says no. Only 1 person said yes, 4 said no, and that yes is me, actually. I still believe the Rasmus will be able to go through. I don't think they're going to do as well in the finals as maybe they were hoping, but I do think the song just is too much of a banger to be ignored, and it has a lot of qualities to it. So I still believe Finland will go through, but the rest of the team said, Matt, you're wrong, and therefore number 14 in our ranking, a non-qualifier. And the rest of the songs didn't receive any votes from us. Let's go for them real quick. Montenegro, 0 support. It's wonderful. Wonderfully, she sings it. I guess we don't see a universe where this will squeeze through. Once again, anything is possible. We saw semifinal 1 results. There are surprises, and I'm sure there will be surprises in this one. At this point right now, we just believe Montenegro is the one. The other one that breaks my heart the most, probably also on our list as a non-qualifier, Belgium. Nobody has it as a qualifier. Initially, Belgium was definitely, from us, considered, I believe, at least a borderline qualifier. At this point, nobody has it as a qualifier, myself included, and it breaks my heart because I was so hopeful for the song, and hopefully I'm still being proven wrong. Just the staging is very lackluster, and while vocally great, it just, nothing is really wrong with it. It just doesn't have the punch, visually, everything, to really stand out. So I'm really worried that it's going to drown. The juries will give it good points, and I can see it in the jury's top 10, but I'm worried it's just going to miss out. And everybody else, I guess, believes the same thing. Also on our list of non-qualifiers is Malta, Emma Muscat, but I will say this. I had it as a potential qualifier. I think the appeal that I Am What I Am potentially has may be overlooked, and there's the reason why it's currently number 11 in the betting odds in the semi, even though it's not enough to qualify. I think people understand there is a market for it, and I'm pretty sure the juries will like it quite a whole lot. I'm just trying to see, will they get enough televote for it? And that is my concern, why I ultimately decided not to put it in. But if Malta goes through, I would not be shocked at all. I may make a shocked surprise face, but in hindsight, I was like, yeah, I can see it happening. But overall, our team still says no. And also a no from all of us is North Macedonia, unfortunately. Andrea, lovely girl, sings it so well, puts her heart and soul into it. It's just, the competition is just so stiff that I just don't think it's going to happen. And I agree with the team here. As always, we want to be prove us wrong, North Macedonia. There's nothing against the song. We really want you to go through. But yeah, that's how it works. We have to predict. And 10 will go through and 8 will go home. And that's exactly what we did here. So let us know below in the comment section, where do you think we are off, where I'm off, and who will go through and who will not. And then, of course, we all have our strong opinions. Remember, these are just predictions, and I'm more than happy to be wrong. At least that's how I feel. Even if I get only 3 right, then I'm happy for the 7 I didn't predict. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.